Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I saw Casey Neistat's video yesterday and 3 cheers. I think Casey's back because he made like 5 videos in 1 week. So it's awesome to have Casey Neistat back. I mean, he's the all-time hero of YouTube. You can compare him to people who have 30 million, 40 million subscribers, but he's got 12 million subscribers, but the quality and the way he vlogs is amazing. Anyways, he did a video yesterday about the GoPro 9. Now I don't have that yet because I'm still talking about it at home and not bought it yet, but these are what are my daily drivers as far as GoPro goes. The GoPro 8 with the media mod is amazing, and I also have the 7, and I also have the Session which I bought about 4-5 years ago. So yes, GoPro is taking a lot of money from people, and now the GoPro 9 may be just the best vlogging camera ever made. So the GoPro 8 has done good for me. I bought it a few months ago, and I bought the media mod, which was additional $70 I guess, but it's worth it because the media mod gives you like the external microphones and all these connectivity options at the back for your mic or for your charging or whatever. So the GoPro media mod is very important. The only sad part is the Hero 8 media mod will not work with the Hero 9. Okay, so that's the first discrepancy. If you buy a GoPro Hero 9, you have to buy another media mod because the GoPro Hero 9 is bigger. Why is it bigger? I think they're now offering 5K. They're offering a screen in the front here, so you can actually position your shot when you're vlogging to see yourself. It's like a front screen, which is extremely good for vloggers. That's the biggest thing that attracted me to the GoPro 9. As some of you have already seen, I use this smaller think tank bag for my camera gear when I go to like just a day trip kind of to the mall or out shooting or anything. And then I have the Lowepro ProTactic AW, I guess, which is more for storage of my stuff. And then I have this Peak Designs pouch, which is amazing for GoPro accessories. I put all this GoPro stuff except the cameras in this Peak Design pouch. It's really handy. It has some loop straps available too, and if you have the Peak Design camera harness, you can attach it to this as well. So this is excellent pouch which can go in either of these bags. But now coming to the GoPro stuff, like I said, I have too much, and GoPro 9 may not be something I want to invest in. I've got this is amazing for the bike. Okay, this is the GoPro Claw, and you just clamp it on your bike handle and you're set. This, of course, as you know, is the GoPro helmet mount with the adapter. So this is great for motor vloggers. I have some extra GoPro batteries which I bought when I bought the 7 or the 8, I don't remember, but they work for 7 and 8. That's why I said for the 9 you got to buy a bigger battery, which makes no sense. This is my GoPro 8 with the media mod, and the media mod is excellent because it has a external mic here as well as a back, so it can help for your motor vlogging or for your day-to-day vlogging stuff. The GoPro 8 is amazing. This is my 7, which I don't use much now, but I use it mostly for my helmet, because the 8 I keep more for vlogging at home or out. And this is the GoPro Session, I guess. This is the GoPro Session which I bought 4 or 5 years back, and it's amazing. A lot of family videos I have shot, holiday videos I have shot on this. My whole Hawaii trip I had shot on this, but I didn't make vlogs those days. So there's a lot of accessories like this floaty mount. It floats in water for the GoPro. This is the GoPro like tripod, mini tripod thing. It extends. I'm not taking too much time, guys. I've got another head mount here. This goes on your head, and I've got two because one came with some accessory bundle. So too much. And this is the chest mount for GoPro. So you wear it on your chest and then shoot your videos. So aside of all this, I have a lot of these, obviously the different small gadgetry that you need, mounts and attachments. Actually, the Session was my favorite GoPro because this is why I bought the GoPro in the first place, for the size. I mean, I've mounted this on my helmet, I've held it in my mouth, I've done all sorts of crazy kidas with this. Unfortunately, I don't have all the videos, but 3-4 years, my whole Hawaii trip, I used this underwater everywhere. So this is a daily kind of driver, but the only issue is this is not great for sound, and you cannot attach any mic, or there's no screen to see anything with this. So it's just like a block, which is fine, but I don't think it's selling that well anymore because of the 7 and the 8. The 7 is amazing for a size standpoint, but with the helmet you need the adapter. The adapter also is not cheap, it's another $70-80. This is an excellent camera. If you have the 7, you may not need the 8, but I know a lot of people who have 7, 8 and will also buy the 9. So people just love GoPro. I've always been a GoPro fan. I've never tried Insta or any other brand of action camera. Do you know the owner of GoPro and the CEO of GoPro? His name is Nick Woodman. So you can guess, is he related to me or not? Anyways, this is my 7, mostly used for motovlogging. And my daily driver for vlogging, okay, if I don't want to carry the big Canon M50 which you're looking at here, I use the GoPro 8 with a tripod, or I can just hold it like this and vlog. And that's why the GoPro 9 may be better, because you can see yourself to frame your shot with the front screen. Let me know in the comments what you think. Now GoPro 9 is about $450 in the US, and it's already there on the website. You can go check at gopro.com. So I'm not sure I need that. With the front facing screen, I would rather use my Canon M50, and my plan is next year to buy a totally high-end camera. Whether I have more subscribers or not is not the point. If I make a video, I want to ensure I have the best production I can do. So I'm not great at editing or whatever, but I want to make sure if I continue with YouTube, then I want to make sure I have the best equipment that I can afford and which I can use. Another problem with GoPro 9 is I've got about 3 or 4 of these batteries which work on my 7 and 8. Now these are not going to work on the 9. So for the 9, you're going to buy a new media mode. You're going to have to buy new battery, extra batteries, a new battery charger because the battery is bigger. Now that's a good and bad thing, because the battery life will be much better because the battery is going to be bigger for GoPro 9. But do you want to get rid of all these small batteries that you have already? And of course you'll use it for your 7 or 8, but for the 9 you're going to need new batteries, new charger, everything extra. Probably the mounts and the carry cases will all be new as well. So for each GoPro, the accessories have to be bought as well, especially the 9, because for the 9 you're going to have the media mode separate, new batteries. You cannot use all your old batteries, so you're going to be paying $450 for the camera, but then it all adds up. You're talking $700-800 after you buy everything you need. Alright guys, so why do you need all these GoPros when, if you saw Casey Neistat's video, if you have this, okay, your iPhone 11 Pro, and next month you're going to have iPhone 12 coming out, which I'm surely going to upgrade to. So iPhone 11 Pro was great, but with the new iPhone next month, I'm surely going to change to that. This phone probably will go to my daughter because she's been pestering for a phone, and she's 10 now, so let's see. I'm not sure yet. Maybe a phone without the connectivity, without the number, but she can just use this as a device. So with the iPhone 11 Pro going and the 12 coming, I think, do we really need another GoPro? That is my question to you. Let me know in the comments, because I personally feel after owning these three GoPros, the 9 is great, but like I said, if I buy the 9, you're going to buy all the accessories also. So 700 for the GoPro 9, let's say, with accessories, and the new iPhone 12 will come next month for $1,000, maybe $1,100, whatever. And that is on a contract which you pay monthly, you don't pay upfront. So should I just say goodbye to using GoPros unless I'm in the water or swimming or beach? But then this phone too has a lot of waterproof capabilities. I mean, it's not going to be allowed to be dunked in the water, but if it rains or anything, this is the best. I've shot a lot of videos on this, you'll be able to tell, but yes, I use this a lot for my YouTube. Anyways, guys, that is my assessment of the GoPro as an amateur YouTuber. When I say amateur, I mean YouTube doesn't pay any of my bills. But yes, I am very keen to buy the best equipment, and GoPro is prime on my list. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry guys, another video shot indoors because we are so busy with the kids, the school. Both the kids are on their school duty. We have to ensure they are on time. We have to ensure they are doing their homework. The school my daughter is in, they are giving a lot of homework every day, especially math, which is fantastic. But you have to keep pushing the kids and making them do this. So Karishma and I are fully busy with the kids and also our other work and managing the house and everything. So we've not had much time to go out. We are just shooting some videos when I get time, like it's now 7 in the morning, I'm shooting this video and then the day will start. So yes, I'm doing this for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and hope you like this video, an amateur GoPro review by Mr. Ryan Woodman. And yes, I'm not buying the GoPro 9 if that's what you think when you saw this video. Anyways, take care guys, bye.